The scanner's still pumping out some pretty nice trades. Here's Snap. Snap coming up, and you can see it's rallied up, and now it's consolidating, and the scanner over here is giving us that alert that the bulls are stepping back in. In through here could certainly be bought also on a breakout of these highs. That would show that the bulls are still very interested in it, in that one. Let me put those on top. There we go. Another one is this right here, this CRWD. CRWD, it's been in a nice trend right here. And then it looks like we've rallied right up. And now we're pulling back to the T-line. This might offer a buy. I would be reluctant maybe today, but into next week I think would be some good buys. These are what I'm putting on my watch list for next week right here. CRWD and that Snap. I'm not sure anyone follows the FNGU chart. I think it's pretty darn important ETF for the FANG stocks. And here it's coming up on our bull inside day above the V-stop alert, FANG, FNGU. And, we have this nice little consolidation right here. That's one of our buy areas, or right on the breakout. Might be a buy area. We also might let it just run a little bit more sideways and get closer to that trend line. That's very possible. But it sure is nice to be alerted that it's setting up for us. IDXX coming up on the scanner. And by the way, this is a scan I'm working on. We'll see how it goes. Notice I've named it the black box. That's just because it's right now I'm just testing it and playing with it. And I'll certainly be sharing this when I'm comfortable with it. It'll be mid next week, I suppose. I'll be sharing this with everybody. I'm just testing it now. So IDXX, here we've rallied up. Let's get this out. There we are. Put a little line right here. Here we've broken out, and now we've pulled back, and now buyers are trying to come in right in here. So this might be one for the watch list. If you're aggressive today, I could see the possibility of buying that today, anticipating a breakout, or maybe you wait for a breakout, a little bit of a rest, and then buy on that rest. That may be possible as well. Here's our CRWD, still holding up in here. Let's take a look at Z. What's Z doing? Z's breaking out of a nice little J hook here. There we go. Z's breaking out of a nice little J hook. That's a good looking chart. Alerted here, and this is already in there in the configured trade alerts. It's number 5, the bull inside day above V-stop. So I want to, for anyone here, I want to read this back. Diva's asking if you get the scanner, does it come with scans already set up? And yes, it does. And here's what you want to do. You pull up your main application window, and you just click on this right here where it says pre-configured alerts, the drop-down box. And see, here's bull trap number 1, bear trap, my 1 through 5 that I have on there. And all you do is, my inside day. That's one of my favorites, is the inside day. Just left click on it and see how it filled everything in for you. Filled all that stuff in. Real easy. Sets it up. And the only thing you have to do is name it. And I'm just going to name this test. Pick your watch list. You can use any watch list you want. Maybe you want the S&P 500. You can also build your own watch list, and we can certainly help you with that. And then create window. And let's close this out. And then what you're going to get is a window that looks like this. And then what I always do is I don't like the way that looks, so I make it my own. And you just click on, I probably should have shown you that. You right click, left click on style. And then this box comes up. Take this check mark off. And this is what I do. I just set colors. And since I'm getting old on my eyes, I go to a 16. I like alternate colors in a row. See how it's black, gray, black, gray, black, gray. I like that, so I do that. And then I change this to pure black and then just say OK, and there you are. So it really is easy to do. Yeah. So I hope that helped for you. If you have any questions, let me know. And remember, Ed and Live Trading Alerts. That's where this comes from. Ed Carter over at Live Trading Alerts. It's on sale right now for $97. July 1, it goes to $147. But if you get it before July 1, you get the 97 price. You stay at the 97 price. You will not. Your price will not increase. Here's an awful nice chart that is coming up on the scanner, both this black box and then the inside day. It's also coming up. Look at this. Look at this trend that we've got going on. I mean, that's an awfully nice trend. We've broken out here like that, and then you see how we've rallied up and now we've come back. Rested. So we've broken out, we're coming back and resting, and now the bulls are trying to step in right here, and we're being alerted on that scanner. That just makes for an awfully nice trade. Just served to you on a platter. Hey Frank, that's a good point. What you're saying there, what was that? Hard to find entries if you're not in it already because of the gaps. I totally agree. You guys, I trade with the scanner here. What Ed and Live Trading Alerts has done is just amazing. There's our CRWD, that's set up. That we talked about that a few minutes ago, and it's already improved, and it's right in that pullback. That charter CHTR. That's sitting there in the right place. CRWD, that's in the, I guess we already looked at that one. Snap, we looked at that one a little earlier. Snap is in the right place. So you're right, it is hard to find them. Very hard to find charts that are set up when everything gaps up so much. But it's nice to have this to be able to point out some of those charts that are still in that buy position and haven't run off yet. Okay, so I've got the 15-minute chart of the SPY up on this Friday, June 5th. We've gapped up here. We've got our first 15-minute bar, our second 15-minute bar, and we're working on our third 15-minute bar right now. Kind of waiting to see what this market's going to do. Are we going to kick right through the top and continue higher, or are we going to slither to the downside a little bit? And it might not even happen on the very next bar. I guess, I'm waiting to see if it happens, throughout the day here. Basically what happens after this consolidation right in here. Great job, folks, on your winnings today, and thank you very much for posting it. Appreciate it. Looks Procter and Gamble is moving up. Let's go back to the daily chart. Look at Procter and Gamble putting in a nice bullish Romy right now. Here we've had that. Well, let's take this. So here we've got this downtrend line, and you can see we've broken out now. We've broken out here. Had a nice little rally up and a little rest, and now the bulls are starting to come back in. It might be time to start thinking about some Procter and Gamble, certainly a consideration. I don't know so much about today being Friday and all, but this might be one for the watch list for Monday or for next week, and for maybe target for, you might look at that 175 for a target up there. I see Facebook has popped up. Facebook, I'm gonna have to wait till we have a trade, till we start moving above this, about 230, 260 area. It's gapped. It rallied up big time. It gapped, and it's floating underneath these three candles, walking sideways. It is getting tighter. That's a good thing. So we'll see what happens. But I think for a trade, a long trade, I would have to see up above that green line. And for a short trade, really, I'd like to see it back below here and maybe start some failure. But right now, it's doing what we're asking it to do. I just don't think it's necessarily a buy right now. Hey, coming up on the bear 3/8 trap is this wing, WING, and we're right in that bear trap right now, and it's starting to roll over, it looks like. So we might want to watch that for a short. I guess that was kind of poorly drawn. Move up, and let's just go down. There we are. Watch that for a short. We start getting, say, below here, below that hammer. That could really start to pay to the downside. And there's let's do it this way. There's some support down here around 81, but it's going to have to fall through. For the early birds, this might be setting up, and it also might try to let's see, arrow. It also might try to, pop that rally one more time before it starts moving down. My Coke trade is still looking pretty good here, up 22% right now. We're right at this top, and I don't think I'm going to sell it, at least not this morning. I'm gonna keep Coke for a while. I see Coke getting maybe up to 53, and possibly even higher, up here to 58. So right now I'm going to keep the Coke. I've got a little room to work, up 23% right now. So a little room to play with it. If it was to just really start jamming today, at the end of the day, I would take half of it off the table. But it would have to get up into here, maybe, hit 50, and then maybe I'll take half off the table, and then I will leave the other half. Check out UNH coming up here on the scanner. UNH, let's draw that line right up, and we're going to grab a hold of those candles, let it go across. You can see here we've broken out. Let's get my crayons going. You can see here we've broken out. We've moved sideways, kind of rested right in this area. With a little drop back and back up. We've got a morning star type signal here. This to me looks like it might be setting up for that buy right in that area here. If you'd rather wait for a total breakout, that makes sense as well. Nice little breakout, and then maybe an entry on a little sideways movement to the side, or the breakout as well. All right, I'm going to be going to lunch here in a few minutes and just tell everybody good trading, and we'll see you guys all after lunch, okay? You guys all take care. Thank you.